welcome to Build Your Brand. My name is Natalie Lapayu-Pisano, and I am FBLA Arizona's Vice President of Public Relations. Build Your Brand is a series where we talk about how to build your own personal brand or image. Last week, in our first episode, we talked about what a brand is, what it means to have a personal brand, and the importance of making sure that your brand is truthful to who you are. In this episode, we'll be discussing how to decide what your brand is, and then how to develop that brand once you figured out what it is. Now, how do you decide what your brand is? Some of you may be confused because you might be wondering, what do you mean, how do I decide what my brand is? I thought my brand was just who I am, my personality. How do you decide a personality? Well, that's actually a great question. As people, we are complicated, we are complex, we have multiple facets and different aspects of our personalities. How you act with your best friend isn't going to be the same way that you act in a professional setting with, say, your supervisor. But that doesn't make it any less real or truthful. It's like this. With your friend, you are going to go on and on about the amazing weekend you had and the crazy parties that you went to. But that might not be a conversation that you want to have with your supervisor in a professional setting. Your personal brand is all about how you present yourself. Discovering what kind of image you want to present of yourself to others is how you figure out what your personal brand is. This will most likely depend on the types of situations that you find yourself in. The way you present yourself in front of your friends isn't going to be the same way you present yourself in a professional setting. While there are some differences, a lot of these things are transferable. When you are with your friends, you're gonna wanna be laid back and fun and open. But with your advisor or supervisor or colleagues in a professional setting, you wanna be seen as responsible, hardworking, and respectful. Things that can coexist between the two are things like being loyal, smart, and kind. Like I said, these are all parts of your personality that coexist together. Your brand is who you are, nothing fake or made up. We all have different aspects of ourselves, and while they all come together to make one amazing person, some aspects of your personality are better suited for certain situations. So hello, I have decided to add a new segment to this series. It is going to be called the Brand New Fact of the Week. Brand. Like build your brand. Okay? Anyway, this is just going to be where I share with you a brand new fact that I learned during the week. It's going to be something new to me that I think would be really interesting, okay? So for our first brand, still not funny, brand new fact of the week, we have, drumroll please, that this series actually shares its name with a past FBLA Arizona state theme. So during the 2018 to 2019 membership year, FBLA Arizona's state theme was actually Build Your Brand. Now, I was unaware of this fact when I chose the name for my series, but I think it's a really fun coincidence. I hope you guys enjoyed that little tidbit, and now back to the main focus. So it all comes down to this. How do you want people to see you? Do you want your brand to represent a determined, passionate, and hard worker? Or maybe someone who is lighthearted, fun, but still responsible? It all comes down to what fits you best. Because remember, your brand should be authentic, but it's up to you to determine which parts of your personality are best suited for each situation that you may come across. And that's the end of our episode, everyone. Just to recap, we discussed how to determine your personal brand, went over some fun trivia, and discussed how to develop it a little bit. Next episode, we will be discussing how to develop your personal brand even further, and even touching on the importance of reputation when it comes to your personal brand. Again, my name is Natalie Lapayu-Pisano, your VP of Public Relations, and this has been Build Your Brand. See you guys next week.